Hi, this is Eternal King bringing you another gaming video today. So, I wanted to do a classic. I wanted to look at a spectacle action fighting game with a wonderful intro. And honestly, there was only one franchise that sprung to mind in terms of spectacle fighters that also have kick-ass intros. And that is, of course, going to be Devil May Cry. Devil May Cry 5 is a game that is almost 5 years old now, I want to say. Like, hard to believe that the last entry in the storied franchise is 5 years old. But honestly, the same thing is true of, like, Metal Gear Solid. Metal Gear Solid The Phantom Pain is a 5-year-old game now. And, you know, it still looks great, it still plays great. It's an amazing title.
Tell you what, how's it feel to be rescuing the guy that killed your father?
Hey, I'm glad you did personal.
Well, he abandoned my mother and I and left us for dead.
Again, this cutscene looks amazing. Like, to me, this looks like modern graphics.
Father of the year, where now is he? His research wasn't that bad. He man-handed. Now we're thankful for that. They have to do that in here. Nice smells of gas. That's you.
And we're even getting a lot of the advanced lighting techniques on the materials reflecting, you know, again, you look at Nero's jacket here, it's reflecting light, which is, you know, current generation tech. You see the same thing in Death Stranding. Like, Death Stranding is still an amazing looking game today.
You have to hit every single bump in the road. Gotta learn my groove.
I'm sorry, it's almost a crime to comment over this. This is like one of the best gaming introductions of all time. Yeah, similar to our BioShock video, introductions in games, getting you in the mood for what you're going to be enjoying, is so essential in terms of a narrative experience. So here we're getting our credits, but it doesn't seem like a credit sequence. It feels like you're watching Nero kick ass. Again, if you can find an Unreal Engine 5 game that looks better than this, like, by all means, but I cannot tell the difference. There might be like a little bit of artifacting with the shadows of like Nero's hair if you look like razor close. You know, ray tracing will make a difference there in terms of the exact lighting effects, you know, on Nero's hair, for example. It's like the one spot I saw a little bit of artifacting. But, like, for the large part, there's no distinguishable difference between this 5-year-old Capcom game and anything that's coming out now. Like, if I put this side by side against Dead Rising Remake, I don't necessarily think Dead Rising Remake would look much better. And there's a 5-year gap between those two games. And again, the same thing with, you know, Phantom Pain. Like here on the sign, you see a little bit of artifacting there with the shadows. Ray tracing would make that better, but that's literally all that's happened in the last 5 years in terms of gaming tech. Is that like our you know, the way the shadows get cast, the way that lighting interacts with materials. It is slightly higher detail, but you have to be looking for that. So, you know, my question kind of is that if the only thing that's improved in the last 5 years is the way that lighting interacts with shadows, in very specific contexts. Like if that's all that's gotten better, if this still looks this good with the depth of, I can even see the depth of field focus changes. Like it's one of the best looking games around 5 years later.
You need a hug. You're not gonna get one from me. Gotta get lost.
Yeah, a little bit of artifacting on Nero, that's it.
Don't crap yourself. He likes to kill demon things. Let him do his thing.
You hear what I said, you dumb one son of a bitch? You're gonna die!
Cheer up, crew cut. You taking notes?
And of course, this is where we get the seamless game transition.
All right. Time to kick some ass.
So again, amazing intro, holds up 5 years on, and is one of the last spectacle action games created. Increasingly what you're seeing in terms of players is that they're actually going back and they're playing retro games. Because, like, if you want to play Devil May Cry, you have to play a 5-year-old game. If you want to play Metal Gear Solid, you have to play a 5-year-old game. Same thing could have been said for Dead Rising as well with the most recent remake, the Solid 3. They're remaking Silent Hill 2. Again, it sucks, because I kind of just want to play new games. Yeah, so, again, that's kind of the end of this video today. I wanted to look at the intro of Devil May Cry 5. I think it looks amazing. There's nothing in it in terms of technology that I consider to be vastly inferior to what's come before. Yeah, again, ray tracing, new technology we've developed in the last 5 years in terms of lighting would make this game look slightly better in the shadows, you know, the artifacting that you see in the shadows, a little bit of pixelation there, you know. That's it, right? And that's the thing, is like, Death Stranding does not look like a bad game to me visually. Death Stranding is a beautiful game. Devil May Cry 5 is a beautiful game. Metal Gear Solid: The Phantom Pain is a beautiful game. And nothing that's come out in the last 5 years has really changed my opinion of that. And I think that basically studios need to embrace that. They need to stop worrying about technology, they need to stop worrying about graphics, they need to, you know, kind of pull back on the brakes a bit and just remember to make good games. Devil May Cry 5 is a great game. Even that just intro itself, that's like one of the best video game intros of all time, and this is a franchise that's existed since the PS2. This is Eternal King, signing out.